Let's get into the recap, starting with Dragons Golf. They wrapped up the fall season at the Augustana Fall Preview in October, finishing 10th overall. Shelby Iverson shot an 86, Dietz with an 89, Katie West with a 98, Kiana Rauch with 100, and Michaela Bloomer with a 103. The final round was, however, canceled due to weather. On to Dragons Soccer. They reclaimed the Highway 75 Rock with the goal by Jessica Johnson against Minnesota Crookston. Then, Bemidji State comes to MSUM. The soccer team took them on homecoming weekend, and in the 26th minute, Bemidji's Bailey Ertl scores a rebound from a free kick by Emma Brechlin. After netting a couple more goals in the second half, Bemidji finished with a great through ball from Brenna Keeler to Allie Erickson to make the final 4-0. Next, the women took on the Mavericks at home, and Maddie Burant comes running into a free ball and blasts the shot in for the 1-0 lead. Mankato's Dakota Wendell would steal the ball late in the second half to secure the 2-0 lead for the Mavericks. Von Berg had 13 saves on the day. The following day, Concordia St. Paul was in town, and they got out to an early 1-0 lead with a great volley from Jade Weller. Weller would go on and to get her second on the day after a nice through ball from Chelsea Lindsay, and the Golden Bears would eventually move on to win 3-0. The Dragons Johnson would chart 2 shots on goal, and Superior would add 1 as well. The Dragons were on the road last weekend at Winona State and Upper Iowa, and unfortunately dropped both games 2-0. The final 2 matches for Dragons soccer are this weekend, with Minot State at home on Friday at 1 and Mary on Sunday also at 1 p.m. Time for Dragon Volleyball. They were on the road to start the month with a pair of 3-0 losses to Sioux Falls and Southwest Minnesota State, falling 1-6 in the NSIC before hosting a homestand against Bemidji and Crookston. So let's see those highlights right there. The Bemidji State Beavers would take set 1 with a block by Jessica Yost and Heather Fletcher. Dragons would tie the match by taking set 2. Here's a block by Hagler and Selbichka. Then, a close third and 4 sets. The Dragons eventually the win with Meslowski's help with 18 kills, Liesmeyer 17 kills, and the win 3-2. Homecoming Saturday in Dragonland as volleyball took on Minnesota Crookston. Dragons would take the first 2 sets with help from that block by Sarah Hagler and a kill by Tyan Kaspers. Golden Eagles wouldn't go down easy though, would win the third and fourth, forcing a 5th set. Dragons wouldn't let this one slip away from them though, and would get a big right-hand kill from Courtney Selbichka. The Dragons going on to win 3-2. Back on the road, the women would lose in straight sets to St. Cloud State and number 1 ranked in the country, Minnesota Duluth, going to 8-11 overall. The Dragons got out to a great start, winning the first set against Northern State on the 18th. A little push over the net there by Rutten gets the point early, but number 13 ranked Wolves would howl back with a big right hand from Holly Vancouver. Then Ashley Roselle finishing the Dragons off with a kill there, taking the match to 3-1. Michaela Wenzel at 38 assists, Vega 20 digs, and Meslowski 12 kills and 4 block assists. The Dragons bounced back, however, on Friday night against Upper Iowa. Carly Meslowski stole the show. Big kill right there. She comes out of nowhere again for the kill here in the first set. Yep, pops into frame, gets the point. Meslowski continues her career night with another big right-hand kill in the 4th set to help the Dragons beat the Peacocks 3-1. She had 27 kills, a career high. Michaela Wenzel, 52 assists. The Dragons took on number 6 ranked Winona on Saturday. Here the Warriors get a block to give them the first set win. Dragons hold strong while Liesmeyer gets a few kills. Winona would pull out the set 2 win, however, and in the end, high-powered offense of the Warriors would be just a little too much for the Dragons. Warriors win big in straight sets, 3-0. Volleyball is on the road this weekend with matches against Concordia St. Paul and Mankato. They return home with matches versus Sioux Falls and Southwest Minnesota State before finishing up the season on the road at Wayne and Augie. To swimming and diving, the team got off the season strong. Friday, 4 victories at the Northern Michigan Quad. Dragons had several good performances as they opened their season. MSUM went 1-2 in duels, beating Northern State 218-95 while losing to Northern Michigan and St. Cloud State. The Dragons finished that weekend 2-4 in duels, but had several swimmers improve their times from the same meet just a year ago. Dragons then claimed 7 victories in a 149-113 dual meet win over Northern State in the Dragons home opener. At U-Mary, just last weekend, the Dragons were victorious again, sweeping the 149-110 win over the Marauders. Next up for swimming and diving are a couple of home duels versus Augie on the 29th and Concordia College on the 4th. Then back on the road at St. Thomas Invitational on the 11th, a duel against Mankato on the 18th, and Gustavus Adolphus Invitational on the 19th. To Dragons football. Dragons started in October on the road against Minnesota Duluth and lost a tough, hard-fought game 42-34. The Bulldogs outgained MSUM 498 to 444 in total yards. MSUM had 4 turnovers compared to just 1 for the Bulldogs. The Dragons took on the Golden Eagles on homecoming night. Here, Carr connecting with Damon Gibson for a 29-yard touchdown pass, putting the Dragons up 6-0 early. Midway through the second quarter, pick by A. Rorick, leading to a 46-yard touchdown pass. Again, Carr to Gibson, finding a theme there. Coach Lockway would gamble on the ensuing kickoff with an onside, and it pays off. Abe Rorick, again the hero, getting the ball back. The Dragons would cap off the night with another touchdown pass. Carr to guess who? Damon Gibson, 4th on the night, tying the school record. Dragons win 41-12. The Huskies came out ready to play and got out to a 20-0 lead early in the first quarter. Seems like everything was going the way of the Huskies, but the Dragons would wake up. And after a couple of touchdown passes to Damon Gibson, here you have Corey Ambrose going up the middle. That little guy? You're not going to catch that little guy. Going 65 yards for the touchdown, bringing the Dragons within 3, 34-31. Austin Stone here giving the Dragons the lead late in the fourth quarter. After a Husky score, Joe Josfold, chance to tie the game in regulations, misses it wide right, heartbreaker, earning the Dragons their first home loss of the season. Dragons rushed for a season-high 320 yards on their way to a 47-16 victory over the University of Mary. The win allowed MSUM to retain the paddle for the second straight year. MSUM is now 4-4 overall and 2-2 in the NSIC North. Carr had 1 touchdown passing, 2 rushing, and 3 running backs. Sweep, Denver Colesgrove, and Austin Stone combined for 4 touchdowns. Football plays at home this weekend at 1 p.m. against Minot State. Catch that game on WDAY's Extra or join us at Shields Field. They travel to Bemidji State the following week before wrapping up this season at home against Northern State. You can also catch that game right here on WDAY's Extra.